1. All right, so this is how to use Excel. So the distance is equal to 3.26 divided by the parallax angle. So there's an easy way to do this. So if you have the parallax angles here, and we'll go back here and do, let's try this one. Polaris is 0.0075. 0.75. And let's just do another one here. 0.747. And we'll do one more, 0.161. What you can do is you can do distance here, and you can say equals 3.26 divided by, and if the parallax is in this cell, you put A24. So it'll take whatever is in cell A24 and divide it, and that gives you the parallax. Or that gives you the distance in light years. Now the nice thing here is if you see this little square at the bottom, you can click and drag it down, and it'll repeat the calculation for the other two numbers. So you can have a whole list of parallaxes here. Click and drag this down, and it'll calculate all the numbers for you. So it's really nice once you set it up. And that'll help a lot with the project, because they want you to analyze at least 20 stars in the project. So you can have the distance for all 20 stars done and be good to go. So it's a nice thing to know how to do calculations in Excel. In fact, I have a spreadsheet here where I've set up some calculations already. I might post this to Blackboard so people have this as a resource. So here's for parallax, here's for the brightness module, where you can calculate absolute magnitude based on apparent magnitude, parallax, and luminosity too. So that's actually pretty nice. All right. Any questions, Daniel?
Yeah, there is one. Now, when we make these Excel spreadsheets, like as we go through the modules, is it a good thing to keep all the calculations we've done, or is it just to keep an example template on how to do this?
It's good to keep at least one sample calculation, but you can just keep scrolling down your spreadsheet and have more and more calculations. So when you encounter something in the project, you're ready to go to make that calculation.
Oh, so it's best to keep it on one Excel sheet and not multiple ones?
It doesn't matter, but for convenience, I find it's better just having one. And then in the spreadsheet, I put the unlock code for the modules that these represent. So in the last page of each module, where you do the calculations, it'll give you an unlock code. And you use that unlock code in the project to unlock that tool to analyze the stars. So let me show you the project if you haven't taken a look at it yet. Let me see how to switch my page. All right, can you see the star field now? Okay. So basically they give you a random set of stars, and what you can do is you can click on stars and it collects data from them. You basically analyze the data and determine are there planets around those stars. So I collected 5 stars here. I'll go to the list mode here. I've already analyzed a whole bunch of stars already. These 5 new stars that have shown up, it tells you what the parallax is, and then you can calculate the distance and the absolute magnitude. Now, one nice thing about the project is if you have at least 10 stars and you do the calculations correctly for 10 stars, you can actually pay money to have the program calculate it for you. So you can go under here to assessment. It gives you $50,000 to begin with, and you can pay for the program to auto-calculate it once you can show that you can do at least 10 stars for that technique. So that's actually a nice shortcut. So it's like an actual research budget that you spend, and it'll do the calculations for you. Now, because I've already paid for it, the program is already automatically calculating the parallax and absolute magnitude for me. But if it hadn't, these columns will be blank and you calculate them by hand or using the spreadsheet. So it's a nice thing to know about.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah. So the project's actually really fun because you're hunting for planets using the same techniques that astronomers would use. And so having the Excel spreadsheet is really nice, as you can put in all the numbers, do the calculation, and just enter them in the project, and it'll analyze it for you. So it's pretty cool. So for these stars, we've done parallax. It tells you the peak wavelength. It tells you apparent magnitude, distance in light years, color you haven't done yet, temperature you haven't done yet, classification, mass, radius, lifetime. These are all things that you'll analyze in upcoming projects. So for upcoming modules, for each module you do from now on, it'll give you an unlock code that will unlock the technique to analyze the rest of the data here. So by the end, you'll have the star completely analyzed, and you'll go on and see if you can find any planets around that star. So the project's actually really a lot of fun. It's the main thing for this course is how do we apply these techniques that we're using. And I'll give future tutorials on how to do some of the other modules and work with the project more. But there's some nice videos in the beginning of the project that really walk you through it. There's a nice intro here, instructions. Go down to actions. There's one screen that has a lot of good videos. Yeah, if you go down here, there's lots of good videos under these eye icons. All right, so that's nice. And here's where the unlock code goes for each of the modules. So if you're doing, say, parallax, you put in the unlock code for that. Brightness, you put in the unlock code for that. Hit go, and it'll unlock that technique for you. Here's all the modules we have yet to do. Each one will give you an unlock code for that technique. So it's pretty cool. All right, let me see.